I was just sitting there and I just said, Lord, is this all there is? Is this all there is to this life? What am I doing? I'm a decent teacher, speaking into kids' lives. Hopefully I'm a decent husband and a decent father, but I want my life, my finite life, to make an eternal impact.
During these last 5 years, I'd like to tell you that I found perfect patience, but I haven't. Like, Jesus still reminds me of the patience he had on me the patience he had for me when I was the first 18 years of my life when I ran from him.
The Lord actually did strip that away from me, and I never played again. So I tried to come back, and I hit the bottom. I was in a big world mess, and I was anxious, depressed, lost. I was in the enemy's camp. I was a Christian, raised in a Christian home. I knew God up here very well. We had a good foundation, raised the Bible, and well-versed in the Bible and that kind of thing. But when I was shaken to my core and I was at the bottom, there was nowhere else to go but to the Lord. And He revealed Himself to me, and I met Jesus for the first time in college, and for real. I mean, it was a story of God's grace. He rescued me. I went from being suicidal the night before Christmas morning, Christmas Eve, to hearing the Holy Spirit for the first time in 1997, and I was 20 years old, and He just said, tell the truth. And I told my parents everything on Christmas morning. It was, I said, I thought they had disowned me. I really did. And they just reached out with loving arms, and they said, we want to get you better. I don't care what you did, we'll get you back. And I came back to CSUB. This is where I first met InterVarsity kids and the group. It was awesome because that was the first group that I was a part of after I was saved and I was born again. I met Paul over at M24, and he gave his testimony, invited me here. But then I was at the table talking with you guys. I was like, oh yeah, I went to Catalina. I remember Mark, what's this inductive? Oh, I remember highlighting everything. And it was really in college where I started to memorize verses for the first time. And I still remember those bedrock verses that are in my life today. Like my life verse in college was Colossians 3:23, do whatever you do with your whole heart for the Lord and not unto men. And that's what got me through, and I memorized a bunch of other verses. I still remember those verses today, and InterVarsity was formative in helping me get there.
So I moved out. I was like, you know what? I'm moving out of my parents' house. I was like, I want to explore my own faith, I didn't want to be a part-time Christian no more. Yesterday we had an event at John's Incredibles, and then this girl who has been coming to InterVarsity for a while, she always comes and she's like, I'm here for the community, I'm atheist. And then yesterday she said, I'm curious. And I'm like, I was so man, I'm at the right place,